Hey everyone, my name is Ben Massey. I'm a documentary filmmaker and director based out of Indiana. And for those of you who do know me, you know I've been working on a feature documentary film out in Utah since September of 2022. It's an amazing story that I cannot wait to bring to the world. It's actually the journey of Narissa Cannon. Narissa used to be a big mountain skier over 10 years ago when she was working in Aspen, Colorado. And then she lost most of the use of her legs to a mysterious illness. She could not get a diagnosis for it, could never figure out what it was, but she lost so many things in life because of losing the use of her legs. Before, she had been a very athletic, able-bodied individual, and then she found herself disabled and had no idea why. So she lived that way for many years, and then recently, in the last couple of years, she decided to get back into skiing as an adaptive skier. She uses a sit ski, a mono ski, and the whole learning curve for that is completely different. And so this was basically going to be a film following her back to big mountain skiing to see if she could get back to the big mountains that she used to ski before the disability. But then about 6 months into production, unexpectedly, Narissa actually stumbled on a diagnosis that ended up getting confirmed as the root cause diagnosis for all of her physical ailments. And so that opened up a whole new different set of questions that we were going to explore throughout the film. You know, whether she could get back the use of her legs, whether she could actually get mobility back, could she ever ski in a normal way again? Could she ever heal mentally from everything that she's gone through? And so, you know, in addition to the journey back to big mountain skiing, we're also going to be seeing her mental and physical healing process moving forward. And we are very much in the thick of it right now. Like I said, we're 18 months into production, roughly, and we have a while more to go. You know, this is moving at the pace of life, which, you know, can be fast, but it can also be slow. But we are probably most likely in the second half of production. And, you know, a film of this caliber, and especially a ski film, when I am not a skier, it required resources. And so, you know, I've been thankful and blessed that I was able to find an amazing ski cinematographer. His name is Elliot Whitehead. He's from Boulder, Colorado. Absolutely amazing human and a fantastic athlete and camera operator. And he has been single-handedly carrying all the skiing scenes for the last couple of years. Cannot wait to bring those scenes to the big screen. And then recently we actually brought on producer Fred Winter from Denver, Colorado, and he has been fantastic in helping me really tweak the story and kind of wrap my mind around all the different elements that this film has, and kind of keeping this film moving forward. So we're a small, nimble crew, but as you can imagine, and those of you who have dealt with filmmaking before, you know that it is not a cheap endeavor, especially when there's 1,700 miles between me and the character. So, you know, there's a lot of travel. There's a lot of expenses with traveling, lodging, fuel, and then of course just all the gear and day rates and all the expenses that are wrapped into a film of this kind. So up until now, all of this film has come from out of pocket, has been my own personal budget, and I've been able to just barely swing it. You know, I'm going out on average about once every 2 months to spend about 4, 5, 6 days with Narissa to film, capture different scenes that speak to the journey that she's on. As we get further into production, I see those ramping up. I see more frequent trips, more time that I'm gonna have to bring in Elliot, pay day rates, travel for him. So there's gonna be a lot of expenses coming up. And you know, if it were all just coming out of my pocket, I would probably have to rein it back a little bit. I would probably actually have to take fewer trips and possibly skimp on the story and potentially miss scenes that are necessary. And I feel more compelled now than I did at the beginning of this project that this is a film that truly needs to be told in a real and authentic way. And that's going to require the ability for me to be out there. So I wanted to open up the opportunity for those of you who have expressed interest and support of this film. I've actually opened up a crowdfunding source. I actually started a GoFundMe for this film. And so if you have a couple bucks you want to throw at the film, any amount will be super appreciated, and all of it will go toward the production of this film. There's a lot left to do on this film, and we're not even to post-production, which is going to have a whole set of expenses of its own. But for now, just getting to the finish line to see Narissa follow through on her story, to see if she can actually accomplish her goals. It's so important. And I really think that this is going to be a film that makes people ask questions, that really starts conversations, and that hopefully inspires many, many people in the audience. So, you know, if you have $5, you have $500 you want to throw toward the production, any amount will be appreciated. And from the bottom of my heart, I really, really thank all of you who have expressed interest, support, have sent words of encouragement to me when there's been difficult moments throughout the filming process. I just so greatly appreciate all of you out there. From the art of documentary community, who without them I would not be making this film, all the supportive, wonderful filmmakers within that group, and then all the family and the friends who have rallied around me and supported me on what has been the biggest project to date of my career, and honestly has been the most powerful experience in my filmmaking career. I'm so humbled and honored to be telling Narissa's story, and for the amount of trust that she has placed in me and my crew to be able to tell this story in an authentic way. It has meant so much to me. If you want to learn more about the film, you can head over to the new website that I made for the film. It's mountainsinternal.com. There you'll be able to get any updates on the film, be able to kind of peruse through some of the media that I've released, and get a little bit of the backstory of the film itself. And then if you want to head over to Instagram, there is actually a new page that I made for it, Mountains Internal. So yeah, if you want to follow those channels, that'd be great. Thank you all so much for the support and helping me get this film across the finish line and get this story out into the world. It means so much to me that I can't even express. So thank you. Thank you. So we will talk again soon. Have a great day.